So if you caught my recent video, we did a mid-year check-in for 2025, running down all the pairs I've gotten rid of so far for the first half of the year, and that totaled approximately 38 pairs. But I also ran down how many pairs I've gotten in. Now that could have been from pickups myself. So far it's only been 3, with a 4th that will be revealed soon. FYI, actually there's an Easter egg here in the frame of the camera right now. But I ran those down, whether they were gifted from actual friends within brands or just, provided as gifts. Always gracious and appreciative of that. And yeah, I actually forgot one. I left one off, and this is a pair I'm sure you won't see up and down your YouTube timeline. So let's go ahead and break down, review the Mache Gym Runner, because it is truly a pair for someone passionate about both sneakers and the gym. And I think most people figure out that yes, I'm in the gym about 6-7 days a week, and this is an amazing pair. All too often, what do we hear about retro sneakers? I wish they came with the cards again. Well, this Mache Gym Runner comes with just that. So we have a card with an actual plate on the front, the Gym Runner itself. Now, as you can see, there will certainly be pairs to follow, but this is the first pair. And Mache states this is one big part of his life in recent years, has been focusing on his health and his wellness. So this runner is dedicated to the gym rats, the athletes, the muscle mommies, and everyone in between. So let's go to the box itself, because this is pretty special. Now, the box is truly an ode to all of the old school lifting. If you're into fitness, you've come to know and love. Listen, there are women on the beaches lifting, like these old school pics. Listen, this is what helped inspire so many to get out, get active, get fit. On the side, it says outworked by none. Now, you can see the sizes, and I think based on where this starts, it actually starts the smallest size is a 7. So, hey, that was the smallest size that was able to even be provided for me. And you see Arnold himself, Schwarzenegger, on the box. Now, we do get extra laces, except I didn't swap them in for once. I kept the rope laces in. And a dust bag included, which is quite nice, but this may be the nicest addition. So we have the Mache training bag. It says outworked by none. So this is a gym bag you can feel free to take to the actual gym. As you can see, it has a detachable longer strap on the sides. If you don't want to wear it, let's say crossbody or the long way, then you can actually just use the 2 handles here on the bag itself. So this is a really nice touch. I mean, talk about going above and beyond for a pair. And when it comes to the price, I think these are the extras we're expecting for a $290 pair. Now, the shoe itself in hand, my goodness, you can just see the attention to detail in it. So if you've ever been on a gym floor, especially commercial, you know the speckled design on the gym floor. That's exactly what you get here. Now, we have a mix of materials on the upper of leather, suede, and also mesh, and there is an underlay like beneath the actual mesh itself. But you can see the texture on the leather and the suede right by the eye stay. You have this awesome, listen to this adorable little dumbbell tag on the shoe, and then the red stitching on the lateral side. I'm not sure if it's on the medial side. We'll flip it over and be able to see. And then you have the red contrast stitching along the top, and on the back, this is a really nice thick material. So I would think if you were doing something, let's say like the wall push-ups and your feet drag, then I think that is a really good thing to have there on the back heel. And you have Mache's amazing logo. Like, Mache, your logo is insane. It's stitched on the leather tongue here, and I absolutely, again, one of the best elements I think of the shoe is just how prominent his logo is on the tongue. It's really fun, but it's also, I think, super classy. And again, so you have the same design as we can see on the medial side as you do the lateral side with the red accent stitching, and then on the insole it has the same logo as well that you find on the bag. So the Mache training and outworked by none. Now again, in terms of sizing, it's actually a 7, which is a tad bit bigger than my foot, but I actually just went ahead and put in the additional insole here. You see, you can pick these cloud insoles up anywhere online, but they are really comfortable and provide a lot of support. Now, if we flip these over, look at the outsole. It's his logo again. This is the sickest outsole I think I may have ever seen. I truly don't care about any other outsoles that people want to go on and on about. This right here is just insane to me. And yes, you can see I wear these every other day in the gym. These are worn. They get plenty of wear. I immediately incorporated them into, going to the gym with me every other day for upper body. Now, this truly does circle back around to cost per wear. Now, even though it's not cost that came directly out of my pocket, because again, this was gifted not by Mosh himself or his brand, but I received it as a surprise gift, and I'm so beyond appreciative because trust me, these are being put to use every other day in the gym. So if you think about that, 365 days of the year, let's cut that in half. If I'm wearing them every other day for upper body days, and I'm only saying that because I tend to not want actual shoes on. I like the actual tripod of my foot to be completely intact and in connection with the ground itself when I'm doing anything that is a heavier leg lift. Having something cushioned underneath you is not always the best. Now, yes, on the card, as you guys saw, it's built and meant for you to be able to deadlift, but also cushioned enough for you to hop on the treadmill. And you can. I enjoy doing incline walks in these, let me be clear. I also do have that added insole in there because the shoe is slightly bigger than my true size for my foot. But nonetheless, super, super comfortable shoe, even without the added insole that I have in there. So if you were someone who wanted to lift in these and then also hop on the treadmill for a walk, get on the elliptical or the bike, then yes, you can certainly do that with these. So it is very multifunctional. But going back to cost per wear, so if I'm wearing these every other day, we're reaching like what, 180 times during the year that these are being worn throughout the duration of the year. And so that certainly takes down that cost per wear to something that you're like, okay, $1 and I don't know, 59 or 60 cents for a pair to wear and enjoy in the gym. That aesthetically is something that I really like. It goes with myself, my entire personality, like lifestyle. Lifting is part of who I am and will always be. And so it just fits so well because again, this is not a cheap pair by any means. And yes, the retail cost of these shoes, it's all the discussion right now. Like we are having talks about that, and as we should as consumers, because you want to maximize your dollar. And when you look at, we're constantly talking about retros being a certain price, and then if we look at independent brands or customizers, I think there is a deeper understanding that they don't have this major brand backing them, right? It's them doing it on their own. I believe he also does pre-order, so unfortunately this is not a pair that you can go pick up if you wanted to, because I think it was like a pre-order in February when I saw it come across my timeline on Instagram. And so yeah, unfortunately not something that you can like reach back and do, because he does pre-orders and then he moves on to the next design, the next pair that he's putting out for those who want to support him and rock his brand. So I think again, there's an understanding of what goes into you being an independent, and the materials, the execution. I mean, it's just so well done on this shoe, as you saw on screen. And all of the extras, let's talk about that, because you get a full-on gym bag that you can take with you that has two handles to carry this way, or the handle where you can go ahead and just rock it as a crossbody. You also get the dust bag and then an extra set of laces. So that's awesome, at least to me, that yes, you're certainly paying more and it is so well executed, but you're also getting more than what you would get for a pair that I would say maybe it's $220, $250, $275. We've seen the New Balance Salehi Bembury pair be $275, and you're not getting necessarily anything extra, maybe some laces, but then it also goes to how often are you wearing the shoe, and that's what always comes back to, I think, value for the individual consumer. What is valuable to you won't always be valuable to someone else. It just won't. For someone that is never in the gym, right, they may not see any value in this shoe. For someone that is, they could still not see value because they're like, I could go spend far less on a different pair from a bigger brand, and hey, it's going to still do what I needed to do in the gym and not cost me this amount. And that's the beauty of free will within sneakers and it all being subjective. If it works for you and it's something that you really want to not only spend your money on, but it's justified to you, you're going to enjoy it, you're going to wear it, and also maybe it's only a drop in the bucket for your income. Maybe you planned ahead for that as well. Either way, that's why it's so important to just do you. Truly, just do you. And again, if you know me, then you know my love and my passion runs deep for not only the gym, but for sneakers. So Mosh did his big one with this. Really, like when you just look at the intricate details of the shoe, how much it really does remind you of being within a gym. And then it is so comfortable. So I'm beyond happy to have this. Again, I'm sure not something that's going to come across your timeline a whole lot. So go ahead and comment your thoughts below if you didn't check out my recent video on cost per wear in relation to clothing that I've picked up, because I was patient. Please be sure to do that. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.